Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Witchcraft and this is my channel about cross stitch. I firstly would like to say thank you so much for the support I got in my last video. I had some really lovely comments. It was really nice to catch up with a few people that had watched my Flosstube before. I got some new subscribers and it was just really nice. It was nice to know that even if you've been away for as long as I was, which was I think about 8 months, people are still there and understanding that things happen and you have some time away. So it was really nice just to catch up with everybody. And it was also really nice just to kind of go through what I was working through at the moment. It's really helped me get back into some of the projects that I was kind of left to the side. One in particular that I'll talk about later. And just gave me that spurge to kind of cross stitch a little bit more. I do a lot of cross stitch anyway, but it just kind of gave me that bit of boost to do a bit more of it. I absolutely love watching all of the Flosstubers out there. I think that there's so many good channels to watch, and I would like to do some shout outs at some point. It's just really nice to see what everyone's doing. The community is so lovely, everybody's just really kind, and like I say, it's a really good inspiration. So what I'm going to do today is I don't think I'll edit this one. I think just to save on time and editing and things, what I'll do is just show a picture of what it should look like and then where I'm at. I'm only going to show what I've done since my last video, which was I think 3 weeks ago, which actually I think is quite a bit considering, so I'm quite chuffed with that. Yeah, so I kind of have in my head at the moment the school's out for summer song, because I finished work yesterday for the 6 weeks holiday, so hence the huge smile on my face. That may change as the weeks go on, having to entertain my children, but it's just so nice to, I had a lie-in this morning for once, and it was just nice to get up and clean and like just do bits here and there and not rush. So not to rub it in anyone's face, apologies. But yeah, it's just really nice to be off for summer, so which also means a lot more stitching as well, which is good. So what I'm going to show you first is my Mill Hill kit that I spoke about in my last video. I'd spoken about a snow globe that I'd done, but I didn't have it down with me, and so I thought I would bring that down and show you. So it's called Christmas Tree Globe. It looks like this. It's a really cute one. It's got a really nice little bow there and some sort of beads all around. And this is my progress on that one. So I really like doing these. They're just so sort of simple. Well, they're not simple because they can be, this one's a little bit more confetti than the last one I'd done, but they're just so pretty. And I probably will make this into an ornament, and I'll either have it as a Christmas gift for someone or put it on my Christmas tree or something. But yeah, they're really nice. I love doing the Mill Hills now. I would like to have an ornament tree. I have seen in Hobbycraft in the UK, they do a sort of a white tree with twigs that come off, branches, sorry, little bits. And I think it's £15 for a medium one and 20 for a larger one, but they're not that big. And I would like to get one to have a seasonal tree, so that Halloween I have loads of like little Halloween cross stitch ornaments or baubles or whatever. And then in Christmas I can have Christmas ones, Easter, even in summer just have summer themed bits. So that's my plan. I would like to, if anyone knows of any really good little Halloween cross stitch ornaments, please let me know in the comments, because I have had a little bit of a look around. There are some out there, but I don't know if they're just to go Mill Hill or what ones are the best ones. So if you have one that you've done that you think you'd like to recommend, that would be great, thank you. So the next one I want to show is the one I'm doing for my mum. So again, Mum, if you're watching, please close your eyes through this. Unfortunately, I can't find the cover picture. Most people, I think, when they see it will know what it is, but if not, you can look in my previous video and I will dig it out for next time. But I still wanted to show the progress because I have worked on it since I showed the last video. So Mum, close your eyes now. And like I said, I can't really say much about what it is or anything like that, but I just wanted to show you the progress because there's a little bit of progress on there. So, well, okay, here we are. So since the last time I showed it, I've just progressed up really, up here. But I absolutely love this one. This is so nice to stitch. It's because it's got silks in it. It's just lovely. Sometimes when I'm stitching on something that is a bit more taxing, when I swap back to this one, it's just really nice and relaxing. And I can really see it coming together now, which I'm really pleased with. So yeah, that's my progress with that one. So I do have a rough target in my head of when I want to finish it. I don't know if that's going to happen, so I'm not going to say it out loud. But if I do try and meet that target, I do need to get a lot more stitches in it. So my plan is to do a lot more on this in the next sort of month, just to get up a bit more progress on it. But it is quite quick to stitch up. I've just been focusing on other ones this month. So yeah, talking of Halloween, I see Halloween things everywhere at the moment. And I went to TK Maxx the other day and I had to stop myself from buying all the Halloween things. There were some really nice cushions and things. And I was like, you know, and it's like, I want it, but do I need it? Of course I need it because I want it in my life, but like money. So, and I'm so ready for Halloween. I'm not really a summer person. I like the sun. No, I don't. I like to be out and it not being, you know, too dreary to go out. But then I think generally I'd go out if it's a bit of rain anyway. But I just love autumn. Autumn is my absolute favourite season, and Halloween I love Halloween. It's just so everywhere everyone's like, oh, can't wait for Halloween on the things, and I'm like, oh, me neither. I'm so excited. So this is my Halloween one that I'm working on, which is called Halloween Candlesticks, and the designer is Jenny Barton, and I got it from Lakeside Needlecraft, as you can see. So this is what it will look like when it's done. And I think last time, I'll just show you what I've done now and I'll explain what I've done since last time. Next video I will do sort of before and after pictures, but just with time constraints. And I just really want to show you what I've done so far. So, because I have a finish as well. So yeah. Okay, so this is where I am with this one now. So since last time I've worked more on this candlestick and a bit on the bottom here where the monsters are. Again, I absolutely love this fabric. It is Dreamsicle by Be Stitch Me, and it's a 27 count even weave, which I got from the lovely Jennifer. So yeah, plenty. And I've also got space at the bottom for little mini ornaments as well, which I was kind of thinking I could do some Halloween ornaments on this as well, which would be nice. But yeah, I'm back stitching as I go, mostly on the candles there, all the back stitches done. And yeah, this is a lovely one to stitch because it's kind of block colours, there's not a lot of confetti. It's a nice one just to sit down and relax and stitch. So I'm really pleased with the progress on that one. Okay, so I think last time I'd shown you how I bought some cobweb fabric for Hannah Halloween, and it kind of got me thinking. I had this other cross stitch that I had from years and years ago that I wasn't doing because it was on Black Ada, and I was thinking to myself, well, why can't I just buy different fabric? I think back when I first started cross stitching, that was never really a thing. You just bought the kit and you done what was ever in the kit. You didn't really, well, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't aware of Flosstube, and probably back when I first started, Flosstube wasn't around for sure, but for a long time I wasn't aware of Flosstube, and so I would buy a kit and I would do what was in the kit. And now when I buy a kit, I think, do I need to use that fabric? Would I look better on something else, or would I like to do it on a different count? And it's really broadened what I will buy and what I would like to do. So I had this cross stitch kit back when I was in early 20s, so we're talking a good 15 to 20 years ago, and I'd bought it because my mum used to work on it when I was little. I used to sit and watch my mum work on this cross stitch pattern, and it was what got me into cross stitch in the first place. And she never finished it, and I wanted to finish it. I wanted it to be what we had. And I remember starting it on this Black Ada, and then it just sat in a box for ages, and I don't know, I mean, maybe if I tried Black Ada again I'd be okay, but Most likely not. Most people say they don't really like working on black hader. It's the same as white thread. A lot of people don't like using white thread on white. My eyes aren't the greatest as much anymore, so I kind of try to go for ease as well as what I like. So you're probably just saying, can you just get on and show us? So anyway, it's a Dimensions. It's called Magic in Motion. So it's a very old, crinkly cover, apologies. But it's one I absolutely have loved for ages and want it to be done. I just don't want it on Black Ada. So I went on Lakeside Needlecraft, and where I got the cobweb fabric from, and I found some really nice galaxy print, sort of star print, you'll see. And I thought, well, that'll be perfect for it because it goes with the theme. So that's what I've done. So here is my start on that. So the fabric, I just pull it up. It's just all galaxy star sort of thing. So I don't think it will pop as much on this because of not having the dark background, but as you can see, I think it still looks absolutely fine. That's my start on it. I've decided to go 1/2 so that it is more sort of opaque, but I actually really like that. I struggle with, so I've got a pattern that I'll show you in a minute that I done 2/2, and it was really bulky, and I just prefer, I'd rather have a little bit of the background sort of eking through than have it really tough to pull the thread through and just sort of sticking out of the fabric. So I've gone over with that. So literally just done a bit of the sleeve, the hand, and holding the book, the spell book, I imagine. So yeah, I think it's going to look fab on this fabric. I'm really pleased that I chose it, and it means that I will get it to go on my wall eventually. So yeah, I'm really pleased that I chose to do that. Let me know what you think, if you like that, if you think that it'll work. Yeah. So I also was watching, I want to say it was either Jessie Marie Does Stuff or the High Stitcher, is she called? One of those two. Or actually, I'm so absolutely rubbish at this. It could have been Mama Bear. Anyway, one of those three. It's really helpful. I was watching one of them and they had this pattern, and I thought I actually would like to start some Christmas patterns as well. As much as I'm ready for Halloween, I want more Christmas stuff that I can hang up, and it's better to start sort of now, and everyone sort of does the Christmas in July thing. So I bought this small pattern. It's a mini banners by Dimension Cardinal Joy. So it's a kit. It comes with the little tiny hanger and the bow. So it's really small. It is quite small. When I saw her showing it, I thought it would be bigger than what it is, but that's fine. It means it's going to be done a lot quicker. And yeah, it's really sweet that it comes with the bow and the hanger. So I've just decided to go with the kit on this one, and I think it is 14 count ivory. So I've done a really small start on this one, but still, it's a start. So I'm working sort of here, yeah, and that's my start on that. So small, but it's a start. And I think this one's another nice one, just to kind of quick one to whip out and sort of work out as and when. So it's not going to be like a focus one, but it's going to be easily done by Christmas, I think, because it's not a lot of stitching. I think, what does it say? Oh, it doesn't say on it what, no, it just says that it's 5 inches by 10 inches. So that's including like obviously the bows and everything. So yeah, I think it's quite a cute one. I really do like cardinals as well. So yeah, I'm going to show you my finish now, and then I'll end with what I'm currently working on. So when I had my last video, I showed that had come in the post either that day or the day before, so it was the Prairie Schooler ABC set, and I hadn't started it. I'd literally just got the bits, and since my last video I've started and finished it. So I've made one adjustment. So this is the front cover. We've got the A is for anchor, B is for blackbird, C is for cow. And what I didn't realise until I got the pattern, which is really, really useful, is that every single one uses the same colours. So there's about 12, maybe less than that, 10 colours, and you can use, all chart uses just those colours, so you don't have to get any other colours for any of the other charts. So after being done this one, I've got paintings of colour left now to crack on with the next one, which is I'm really pleased with. And I didn't know that. I don't know if that continues with DEF, etc. to Z, or whether DEF's different colours. Haven't looked into it, but probably it will be, because they're all matching. But I thought that was kind of cool because it's cheaper as well. You don't have to buy so many threads and things. But yeah, I bought the fabric that was recommended, which was a lamb's wool. Have a quick look. So 32 count lamb's wool, which was Witch Out Imports. Yeah. So the thing that I find with this is that, does it say linen? Did I just say that? Doesn't say. It's quite stiff fabric. It hasn't really loosened up. You know when you first get Ada and it's stiff, and then after a while when you work on it, it loosens up. This one hasn't done that. And I done the recommended 2/2, and it was just really tough to get through sometimes, and it's really sort of sticking out of the fabric. The coverage is great. I will show you in a minute. Again, I'm nattering. The coverage is really, really good. So I am tempted to continue with that, but I think I'm likely just to do 1/2 for my next ones, which I hope doesn't make an issue when I hang them on the wall. They're not going to be like directly next to each other on my wall anyway, because I tend to like, as you can see, I put pictures up like that. I don't like sort of symmetrical. But I think I won't enjoy it as much if I continue with the 2/2. I only continued with it on this one because I, got so far before I kind of realised actually I prefer if I had done 1/2. That's just my preference. I think a lot of people look at it and go, actually it's much better coverage with the 2/2, but I just don't want to have to struggle when I'm stitching it, and I did really enjoy stitching it other than that. So again, I'll be quiet and just show you what I've done. So here we go. Here is my finish. Now the only thing I changed on it was in the pattern, the A was stitched in red. Now when the A and the brown go next to each other, sorry, the red and the brown go next to each other, they kind of blend together. So if you look at this crab, it's got brown eyes. You can't really see it from afar. It's just, yeah, you can see that it's got eyes, but it doesn't really stand out. And I really wanted the A to stand out. So for every single sort of chart, I'm going to put the letter in this brighter sort of yellow colour, because I want it to show that it's A is for anchor, rather than it kind of blending in is for anchor. I think you'd still get it, but I don't think it would have quite the effect that I wanted. So I'm just trying to make it so that you can see it a bit better. But yeah, I really enjoyed stitching it. It was really nice to stitch. Like I say, it is just, you can see it just really bulks out where it's 2/2. And you get sort of a little bit of fluffiness, sort of where it's really pushing through. So yeah, I'm gonna start B 1/2, and unless I go, oh god, it looks so different, it's not gonna work, then that's what I'll continue with. And then on my next video, I'll put them both up together next to each other, so you can see if you were going to stitch them what you would prefer, or just to see the difference. I think it's nice. I was watching the Nightly Stitcher, and she had done the same pattern but in different counts, so she had it sort of this size and this size, and I thought that was really useful to be able to see sort of what it would look like in different scales. So again, I think it will be hopefully useful for people to see what it would be like 2/2, or what it would be like 1/2. So yeah, I love this. I'm going to try and go out either today or tomorrow to get a frame for it and hang it up. And then what I'll do is I'll go for a frame that's like just sort of a basic one that's easy to get, because I want them all in the same frame if I can. So yeah, I just want to sit here and look at this all day. I really love it. I'm really proud of it. And I'm really chuffed that I've done it since my last video, because I'm sure it's only been 3 weeks ago. And for most people that might be, oh, that took you a while, but I was working on all the other things as well, so I'm impressed with myself. Oh God, ego, I'm not going to fit on the screen in a minute. My head's just going to get so big. But I really love it. So yeah. It also, I would say as well, when you look at the sort of the cover picture, the colours are a lot lighter, like the fish. Sorry, it's all blurry. Why would it? Oh, I'm sorry. The picture is quite blurry as it is anyway, but everything's a lot lighter. Like this looks, you look at it and go, well, it stands out fine. It's really light. But if you look at that crab of the lightness, and then when you're actually stitching it, it's actually a lot of a darker red. So yeah, that's kind of, like I say, why I chose that. But yeah, I love it. So right, we've got one more last one to talk about. So when I was showing my video last, I showed the country, nope, I always do this, I do this, Cotton Garden Samplings, Gathering Acorns, this one. And I think in my comments, I'd had someone say about how much they liked it. And my friend Marcia said she really liked it and she went out and bought it. And I was like, yeah, I do. I really like it. I don't know why I stopped stitching on it. So this is what I mean. Just by showing it, it gave me that sort of love back to want to stitch it again. So this is my new focus piece. I want to try and get this done sort of, and there's no rush, but I do absolutely love this one. The only thing that I've changed is, and I do regret this, the sort of background colour of the squirrel and the acorns are a variegated red, and I was being impatient and wanted to start it, and I had the DMC equivalent, like the what they say that you can use instead of. So I used that, and I kind of regret doing that because I don't like it as much. I think I would have liked the variegation, and I think that these pattern bits on my one don't show up quite as well. But other than that, I'm loving how it's turning out. So yeah, I'll show you how far I've got with that. So now the squirrel is pretty much done. I think when I showed it last, I had it sort of up to there around this body. I mean, look at this little tummy, it's so cute. And I finished its nose and the acorn. I added these two bits and I done sort of all down here, started the acorns and the leaves on the side. And actually looking at it now on the screen, it's not too bad, but the darker colour of those crosses you can't see as well as the lighter colour. And possibly on the variegation you would have seen it a bit better, but I really love this one too. I just really like sort of the autumn theme stuff, as I keep saying, so really pleased with the progress of this. This actually comes down quite far because there's 1, 2, 3 lots of acorns before you even get to the bowl. I'm looking forward to getting to the bowl because there's this really nice sort of red rusty colour in it and some yellows and greens. But so I think actually it's going to be quite a big sort of picture at the end, which is great. I thought it'd be quite small, but yeah, I love this one. So I'm hoping to just continue working with this one and the one that I'm doing for my mum and the Halloween one. Yeah, I'm going to be, I'll just do what I've done the same this time, and just, this will be my main focus one because I would like to get it finished, ready for my wall for autumn. They'll all stay up all year round, and just do a lot more progress on the one for my mum so that I can get nearer to the target date that I've got in mind. But yeah, I hope this hasn't been too much of a ramble today and you've enjoyed seeing what I've been doing. I hope you don't mind that I haven't done the before, the after things either. It was just that if I'd done that, this video wouldn't have been done so soon. And I was really pleased with my finish and I wanted to show this one. So selfish me, just had to do it straight away. But yeah, so thank you again, everybody, for your comments on my last video, and just for supporting me, for coming back, because I appreciate it. A lot of people could have just given up on me had it been so long, and haven't. So anyone new, you're welcome to stay and listen to me babble on about good knows what. But yeah, so again, I could just sit and just stare at this all day. I hope you got a bit of stitching done whilst you were watching, and you're going to have a lovely weekend or week, whatever you're up to. I'll aim to try and come back again in sort of 3 weeks' time or something like that, because it gives me enough to show you And where it's the summer holidays, I should be able to set up enough time to be able to do the editing as well and everything like that. But yeah, I think that's everything to talk about today. So thank you so much for watching. Happy stitching, and school's out for summer. Bye.